This is Channel 11 in Chicago.
Some people hustle pool. Some people hustle cars. Then there's that man you've heard about, the one who hustles stars, Jack Horkheimer, star hustler, director of the Miami Space Transit Planetarium. Our episode for this week, Monday, June 29th through Sunday, July 5th, is When the Earth is Farthest from the Sun. And I'm here to tell you all about tonight's sky and the biggest show of all, the universe, your star hustler, Jack Horkheimer.
Greetings, greetings, fellow stargazers, and would you believe that this week is the week when the Earth is farthest from the sun for the entire year of 1987? But hold on just a minute, you say. How can that be? If the Earth is farthest from the sun this week, then why is it so darn hot out? And to you I say, I'm glad you asked me that. So, without further ado, let's fly out into space, far away from both our Earth and the sun, and look out the window of our imaginary spaceship to see what's cooking. We have speeded up time quite a bit so that just 1 year passes in just a few seconds. 1 year being the amount of time it takes for our Earth to make one complete orbit, that is, one complete journey around the sun. Now, if our Earth traveled in a circle around the sun, it would always be the same distance from it. But our Earth, like almost all celestial bodies, does not travel in a circle, but in kind of a squashed out circle called an ellipse, so that its distance from the sun varies during the year. Now, when our Earth is closest to the sun, we say that it is at perihelion. Peri coming from the Greek, which means near, and helios, which is Greek for sun, perihelion, nearest the sun. And perihelion occurs every year during the first week of January. Now, vice versa, when our Earth is farthest from the sun, we say that our Earth is at aphelion. Ap coming from the Greek meaning far, and helios, once again, Greek for sun. And aphelion occurs for our Earth every year, exactly 6 months after perihelion. So, aphelion occurs this week, the first week of July. And believe it or not, our Earth is considerably farther away this week from the sun than it was in January. 3 million miles farther to be exact. And to be even more specific, our Earth is farthest from the sun this year at 1 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, July 4th. So, once again, if we are 3 million miles farther away from the sun during the first week of July than we were the first week of January, then why aren't we shoveling snow instead of having picnics and watching fireworks on the 4th of July? Well, it's really quite simple. For like a pinball machine, our Earth has gone tilt. Indeed, if we examine our Earth closely, we will notice that it does not glide around the sun straight up and down from pole to pole, but is on a tilt, a 23.5-degree tilt. And it is because of this tilt that we are warmer in July in the northern hemisphere than in January, even though we are 3 million miles farther away. Because in July, this tilt causes the sun's rays to fall on the northern hemisphere more directly than in winter. And if you think of the sun as a flashlight, you will see that the same amount of light from the sun falls on a much smaller area in the northern hemisphere in July than in January. You see, in January, the same amount of light is spread out over a larger area. Thus, the same amount of heat from the sun is also spread out over a larger area in January, which results in lower temperatures for us in the northern hemisphere. But the seasons south of the equator are quite a different story altogether. And I'll leave that for you to figure out. And until next time, whatever you do, don't lose your cool on the 4th of July.
Star Hustler is brought to you by the Carl Zeiss Companies of North America. We're setting the standards with products for medicine, research, industry, and the quality-conscious consumer.
Hi, you're watching WTTW Channel 11, Chicago.